Watch now as Mary Beth Shaw demos bleeding tissue paper with StencilGirl stencils, of course.
Right? I am going to show you how you use this because this is so weird, and I've just made these just in the last couple days. I figured out I had a few mishaps with it, and then I think I have figured out how to use it. But these are just papers that things have, you know, the tissue paper has bled on. It sounds kind of funny, like I'm talking about some crime scene or something. It's so bizarre. And I also, while I'm waiting for the tissue paper to dry, I spray some of Dina Wakley's paints. I use the same stencil. And it's really fun. Just in a real short period of time, you can end up with some fun stuff. Okay. I'm gonna tell you how I do it. We'll play a little bit and then we'll go from there. And then I'm going to show you how I might use some of these parts too. These are used tissues here. So after I use them and they bleed out, this sounds so twisted. After I use them and they bleed all over the papers and I get the results I want, then I still keep them because they're really pretty and they still might have some of the dyes in them and you could still use them, especially this big green one. But look at how, I'm going to lay this green one down here. Look at how this green, I had some others and they just got all layered up, and you can create such an interesting thing with them all piled up. I think this is the best cheap fun. It is just fun. So I have two kinds. They're both made by Spectra, which is owned by Pacon now, P-A-C-O-N. Which is out at Appleton, Wisconsin, you Wisconsin peeps. And this is the big pack that you can buy, which has all these colors in it, so you get a lot of bang for your buck. And then these, I couldn't resist because it's little tiny tissue squares. There's 2,500 of them in there, right? I mean, how cute are they? And then the other thing I did with my big pack, I cut them down into, I just took a little chunk out and cut some rectangles because I thought that might be fun. All right, so all you need for this is a stencil, a spray bottle, some paper. I am using a stack of paper, and I will explain to you why as we walk through this. I'm trying to organize my squares. Oh my God, they're everywhere. All right, you guys all stay up there. I am using Dick Blick sulfur, you know, their sulfur drawing paper that's super cheap. And you know what, this is a little thicker than what I was using. I am intrigued. I'm gonna get some copy paper real quick. Hang on one momento, peoples. I was using the Dick Blick, the white sulfur, but it was a thinner one. This one's thicker. We'll have to try both. And we'll try some copy paper too. I use a fair amount of water, and so sometimes the top is not where the action happens. It happens like a layer or two down, which is why I ended up with so many prints, because it was like I kept getting crazy different results. Anyway, but these are sort of what I like, is these patchworks. I think that they're kind of fun. Let's start with the easiest. And so the first thing we do is we spritz the receiving paper with water just to loosen it up. And then we lay down a piece of tissue, so hopefully it'll kind of just sit there, right? And it doesn't even really absorb any water at this point. And then we lay our stencil on top. This is a stencil by Valerie Chodine. And then I spritz over top. And then I take my brayer and I just brayer over the stencil. And keep your fingers crossed that this works. All right, I'm gonna do a sneak peek. I think I need a little bit more water, so. All right, so I'm gonna do sneak peek. honestly, I haven't done it on this copy paper before, so I'm interested to see how this is going to come out. All right, now that was not great. It works better on the Blick sulfur. Interesting. Let's pull a piece of the Blick over here. Yeah, my mind just never stops. Unbelievable. Sometimes I wish it would stop, right? Let's try this again over here and see on this Blick. And then if not, I'm gonna have to use some of the big parent sheets I was using to get this to work. Oh my gosh, I never thought about that. All the different weights of the paper. See how it's starting to bleed out a little bit? Interesting. Now this might bleed too much. We shall see. We are here to play. Ah, there. That's what I'm talking about. Now look at that. Okay, so here's what I gotta tell you about this is, this makes no sense to me at all, but I've tried it over the weekend, is when you get the transfer like this from the tissue, you would think that since this just bled out of the tissue with water, you would think that this would not be permanent. But it's permanent. And I can't figure it out. Why is that? It doesn't even make any sense, right? So look at that. Well, now look, here's some blood on the copy paper. I think I'm liking the Blick sulfite better than the copy. It's like the copy paper has some kind of coating and this does not. Is that unbelievable? I mean, look at that. So let's try a patchwork one. I gotta try a patchwork because it's so fun, but I made these bigger ones. Well, we can use some little ones. So I think the darker ones work a little bit stronger. The hardest part of this is separating these little square tissues. It's like, seriously, people, OMG. They're just so little, right? All right, so I think these lighter colors work better. I tried one with a yellow. Not so much, not so much. All right, let's try an Andrew. Let's put this down. Now this one, you have to, okay. So see this stencil versus this stencil? This one has tighter areas. This one has bigger, looser areas. Oh, this is even more fun because of the movement in it, I think. Oh, wow. I am just loving this stupid little technique. It's just so darn fun. Oh my God, look at that, you guys. I just love that. Love, love, love. Oh my God, look at that. This is not even a stencil. These are just the crumbled ones. And then let's pull these up. And here's some other crumbled ones. Oh my gosh, you guys, seriously? Could there be any easier way to create some interesting little stuff? I mean, I think not, really.